What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Dead State. Let's go ahead and bypass a few more days since that's all that we've really been doing. Nobody has anything going on right now. Aggro Moss. They said I should update the board and say that I'm in the party now, but I'm totally already in the party. She's unavailable for 72 hours. Melina Guzman, we can have her work on just about anything. In all honesty, she's pretty badass at all of it. But we don't need anything other than arrows, so I figure I'll throw people on some random jobs in here, but there's not much else to accomplish. We pretty much, I think the problem is that we cleared the game like too early, and so now we're just like waiting around for things to happen. Frankly, I'm just going to start sleeping through days. I really don't see the point in actually going out and scavenging anymore. We have more food than we would ever need, enough to last the rest of the game. Luxuries and all that stuff taken care of. Morale is absurdly high at the moment. And so all of this just sort of seems like a bit of a time pass. Like there's really not a whole lot of point in us going out and doing any of this, especially since the most recent combat changes. They patched the game like 3 or 4 days ago, not liking the new combat changes. Ultimately what they did is they made it so that combat is sort of like a binding state now. And so every time I've been playing around with it in my free time, every time you go to a location that there's anything other than one faction there, you get stuck down in combat that you're not even involved with while the two factions slug it out, which basically makes the game play all turn-based now whenever you go to any map. And so, meh. I mean, the last 3 or 4 places I've tried to scavenge, you saw it in the previous episode, it bogs down into a giant mess of just like waiting for the AI to get done killing each other so that you can come in and sweep up. And so unfortunately, that's made the combat a lot more cumbersome and not quite as fun as it used to be. Still, it does fix the fact that people were exploiting the combat. I guess we can go to this military HQ over here. What's the worst that could happen at a military HQ? We get shot at the face several hundred times. A guard. Okay, let's go talk to the guard. Lieutenant's not taking any visitors right now. Gonna be the same answer. He's like that. Tell him I was here. I'm leaving. So wait, we can't just like walk up in here and just like own fools? They got like tanks and stuff though. This might be a bad plan. It seems like we've been beaten in terms of just like artillery. They might be compensating slightly, but they've got a heli though. We already have one though. And a key to go with it, so I don't really know. Wiping out the military right now seems like a great way to get myself in trouble. Maybe we're here too early. It's possible. I don't know. Let's continue to wander around. The shop's at the Williams. We've got Boone Circle. Let's go to Boone Circle and hope that we don't get caught in combat. That's one of my biggest problems right now, in fact, is that like every time I go to a location, you end up just like sitting there waiting for the AI to finish up their combat with each other. And I don't like moving, or I hate moving around in like turn-based mode, so I get bored really, really fast with it. I'm just like, I quit! And then I walk away. What's going on in here? I could use some more gas, absolutely. Could always use some more gasoline, although at this point, as I've said before, we should be actively working on a wood gasifier or something like that that'll allow us to be sustainable. I mean, trees keep growing. You can make an entire orchard just for harvesting and drying the wood out and then wood gasifying it. What's going on right here? Somebody said, what the hell are you doing? I don't know if they saw me or what's going on, but we helped Adair out. Adair sounds like one of those singers that just like shows up randomly on the radio, but only has like one hit single and then walks off. You never see him again. The new hit single by Adair, I've Been Missing You. I'm like, okay, well, ooh, we got a scrap pile over here, and it looks like a combat has kicked off. I get the feeling we are probably going to make some serious friends in here. Oh, yeah. Luckily, they are unarmored friends, so I'm not going to worry about that. At least it's within eyeshot this time. Half the time when I go into these combats, they're like way off over here in this corner, and you've got to like walk across the entire map using turn after turn, waiting for them to do their thing. At least we'll be able to come in. It looks like actually they're going to unload on each other. We may want to watch this one play out. Getting caught in the crossfire right here might be a bad plan. So it looks like we've got some rebel elements of the military up against a group of survivalists. This is going to get noisy. And we are more than likely going to have to deal with the fallout from zombies coming down this road. They've been tear gassed. They've been grenaded. I don't know. Do I have any grenades left on me? If I have any grenades left, we could throw them into the fray right there and just see how torn we can leave this overall tapestry. See what I did there? It's the fray, but then there's like threads, and yeah, there we go. See, this is what happens in my brain all day, This is why I don't sleep at night. This is why I don't sleep at night, because it happens nonstop. I just think of like funny shit to think. I think about funny shit to say, and if I can't think about that, I obsess about other random stuff. And that's the joy of trying to sleep when you're Splattercat. I'm gonna get involved. Wow, they are already like knocked the hell out. So it looks like it's an entire group of survivors versus a couple guys in the military. I don't really want to break out the guns for this because, I mean, I guess we could have... Whew, I'm hoping that they use up all their grenades before we get there, too. I don't want to deal with grenades right now. Miss with an arrow right there. Big ol' fight up in here. Wow, this is crazy. What's that guy rocking? Oh, it's just an MP5. This guy just has no armor. Okay, I was going to say. I wish there was a little bit more gun variety. Like certain guns would have higher crit chances versus different damage chances and things like that. I feel like the guns in this game are a little bit limited considering how much of the game is actually gunplay. You spend a lot of time shooting guns in this game, so I'd be going burst fire if I was you right about now. They seem like they've got you all taken out. They're ready to go. Yeah, they're stabbing you, they're shooting you, they're doing all kinds of unpleasant things. None of them friendly. I'm not seeing a whole lot of cuddles and hugs being given around. Not seeing it. Just not seeing it. We've got this firefighter over here who seems to be very, very confused in the midst of combat. Not to be confused in the midst of combat. Occasionally, combat emits a sort of mist. But in the midst of combat, either way, you know, it's a confusing situation to be in. I don't know if I should volunteer for this duty. Jumping in on this one seems like it may not work out the way that I want it to. Especially thinking about it this way. If I take... How much acid can I spread around? One more step. Yeah. Oh, I can't get that one right there, though. Alright, we'll get those 4. Ooh. That did pretty... I mean, it didn't really hurt that much, but they're... Oh, they're burned. It does count as burning. I thought that meant they were flammable, but they didn't take any damage from it the last time that I did it. We'll step back a little bit. We got enough armor to sort of, like, diminish a lot of their shots, but still... Maybe get him. I'm going to start helping out on the side of the survivalists because they appear to be a lot less well-armed. These guys over here don't have that great of guns. These guys over here got grenades and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Oh, wow, they got combat shotties and things, too. All right, we might be digging our own grave right now. Let's focus on the military guys because I know I can handle the survivalists, and they're going to be busy chewing their way through them right now. And so if I could put a couple rounds on some of the people that are around that need to be dealt with, I think we'll lighten our load in the future. They're bleeding, they're also burning, and so they have a number of adverse effects running on them right now. We got a 0% chance to hit. We can move forward by 4. Let's get on him. So there it is. He's been knocked down, but not knocked out, unfortunately. Got a number of unarmored military over here. I wasn't planning on this fight becoming such an enormous melee. This could get out of hand. I think they only have the tier 1 armor, and so I'm not going to panic about it too heavily right now. I'm going to have Tweedletime go over to this side since there's less armor and have him start working on all that. Fire axing our enemy some questions. Fire axing is a good way to get like answers out of people, especially if they're not obliged to give you answers in the first place. Fire axing, just axing people a question with the assistance of fire. You just put it near them and then they tell you what you want to know. That shotgun right there is going to cause problems, and so I think he's going to be our new best friend. Let's set active. We got a 30% right there. 80%. We can step forward by 1 more. Alright, buddy, sorry. You got the biggest gun on the field, and that makes you priority target numero 1. And so it looks like we have 61 damage away right there. And 139. So we got rid of one of the combat shotguns, which was that was my big worry. Like, if we can't get rid of a combat shotgun, this is going to be... Ooh, that guy's got an MS. Okay. We absolutely have issues right now. The MS rifles are worrying. But I think if we can focus, we can dig ourselves out of this one. The MP5 I'm not going to concern myself with right now. I don't think that can get through our armor anyways. So let's get on him real fast. So there's 16 points. We got to hope that we get a crit right here. There's 18. Oh, wow. They're soaking a lot of damage for having inferior armor. Sooner or later, that guy's going to fall down, and then we're going to have all these dudes to deal with. And it is going to suck. So the goal now is to get Tweedletime out in the front. This guy appears to be very, very confused about his goal. That's okay, though, because I got Tweedletime ready to go. He may not be able to DPS him much, but he will be able to harm him. And so there's another strike away. Actually, 16 points a swing isn't that bad. He is going to get a lot of counter attacks, which is a little bit disappointing. I don't like it when people attack me from the counter. The counter is for cereal, for general eating, and for pulling the bar stools up to. It is not for attacking from. So anyways, it should still be his turn, right? He still had 2 AP left. Why did it skip his turn? Oh, man. Weak sauce. Okay, so I need you to go away right now. Or at least to have less attacks. That would be great. We'll start stepping back right here because we are going to start taking some really nasty hits if we don't start thinking about it. Okay, 66 points of damage right there, but the character still ain't down. Still hanging in there. That's the gun that we have to worry about right there. So if we can get rid of him and we get rid of him, we're in really good shape. On this side, let's continue. Okay, so there's one of the MS's down. We missed the captain right there, which is disappointing because we don't really have the ammo to be having this many misses. Not worried about the small arms fire. Should be perfectly fine. Whether this character had big arms or small arms, I think that it wouldn't really affect the way the 9mm fires. But, you know, they bring it up for some reason. Like, oh, small arms fire was heard in the back alleys of Grande Circle. And you'd be like, oh, well, why does the arm size matter? We did 30 points of damage. Why is the medic attacking us? Either way, the medic's getting bludgeoned now. Medic's having a real bad day. The medic better get ready to heal some very, very serious brain trauma because that's what I'm going after. Oh, he's not actually down? Ooh, I need to start, like, orchestrating my business a little bit better. On the plus side, oh, good, we got a counterattack. That's fun. More counterattacks. Ugh, yeah, 7 points of damage. Are you going to attack me again with that knife? There are a lot of blood splatters around here. It's going to take us a while to get through all these. So what did we learn last time? This time we need to make sure that we actually loot out all of the guns first before we go anywhere else. We got a big attack for 65 right there. Another attack for 19, and then I think I'll move forward slightly. On this side, he's out. Let's go ahead and put a round on him then. He's been hit for 24. Not enough to get the job done, unfortunately. However, we should have Trizzle up next, and so since Big Trizzle got himself a time to shoot at the enemy. There it is, and so now we're safe. We can swap back over to melee weapons, and we should be able to finish this one out without wasting any more ammo. You're not worried? Well, you should be. You just got shot. I'd be worried if I got shot. I'd be worried about all kinds of things. I'd be like, I have been shot. I think I should go home, and I also think that I deserve a lunch break. One or the other. Just a lunch break and some other goodies. Am I going to get a counterattack right there? Ooh, 14 points of damage. He actually got me through my armor with the knife. That makes a lot of sense, though, because Kevlar doesn't stop knives very well. So let's get up in his business. Got 8 more points of damage done right there. The 75%. Okay, so he's dazed now, which lowers his chance to hit us. He did get a counterattack right there, unfortunately. I think I may send Troy in. And the Zeds are here, aren't they? Where are they at? We got a lot of people laying bleeding on the ground. Oh, this guy's going to bug out so that he's not going to attack us, which is fine by me. I love not taking damage due to the fact that the AI can't decide what it wants to do. So, hey, enjoy your loop, pal. That's my favorite part of the roller coaster, actually. I love the loop-de-loops. When you're in there, you're like, woo! And you go in, like, the big circle. Yeah, that's the best part right there. At least in my opinion, that's the best part of the roller coaster. I enjoy it a lot. I like it a lot. Let's go, and we'll get our riot batons out, I guess. He's got no ammo left. How do you hamstring somebody with a baseball bat? Oh, you hamstring them with... It still seems... hamstringing, in my mind, anyways, denotes that you're cutting somebody in such a way where they can no longer move. There it is. Now you finally get to shoot me. Do you feel better about yourself now? Now that you finally got a chance to shoot me? Ow! Stop shooting me for 5 damage with your little pop gun. That's amazing that... Is that a better version right there? Like, how is he able to... It's actually sort of surprising to me that he's able to damage us through advanced combat armor with a 9mm, like a Glock. That hasn't happened anywhere else in the game, and so I'm sort of wondering why it's happening now. That low penetration capacity and all that. 8 more damage. Attack at your own peril, my friend. Attack at your own peril. And there, did you see what happened? Yeah, knock the hell out. Alright, so maybe get started on you then. You got a helmet on though, so I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, it did. Yay! You hit him for 91 points of damage. Well, let's start killing some of these bodies over here, because at any moment the undead are going to arrive, and when they get here, they're not going to be the best house guests. They're going to start chewing on people and converting them over to the undead side. And so I don't know where they're coming from right now, but we have a lot of downed people, and we need to execute all of them. Alright, so let's break out the normie weapons here. Start working our way through the field, executing their friends. Set active right there. See if I can finally get this guy. There we go. I don't like it when I miss people that are inanimate and not moving. Makes me feel sad about my combat capabilities. 85% chance right there for the hit. 2 swipes with that super awesome carbon fiber baseball bat, and now we've got 1 less enemy. Leaving us with 0 problems. Okay, well, 1 problem left. A problem with a big knife, but no way to get through our armor. And so there it is, nightsticked in the face. I'm going to try and get all of the other guys to go around and deal with these bodies while he finishes her off, I think. There it is. And so the final kill right there. And it looks like we are out of battle. Let me get myself healed real fast. Zombies are more than likely going to be here in a second. Yeah, there it is. Hey, why aren't you moving right now? Go kill that guy right this second. Don't allow the zombies to take these dudes. Otherwise, we're going to have a very, very real problem on our hands. Get over there and block it off. You are a meat shield. A literal meat shield right now. Your only goal is to keep the Zeds away from the bodies that are on the ground. Hey, you still got an attack, though. Nice job, man. Way to take the initiative. I'm proud of you right now. I'm proud of you. Let's finish this soldier off. Every body less is one less to reanimate. And so I knew we were going to have Zeds coming in. This is a new animation that was implemented with the last patch. They added in crawling zombies. I don't know what they do differently or how they affect anything at all. They might affect nothing. I don't know. We'll have to figure out as this goes along. It looks like they got a chance to just like nibble on your ankle right there and take swipes at you. And then get counterattacked but be especially spry for crawling with a backpack and still dodge out of the way. Disappointing. Was hoping that would be a one-shot, one-kill right there. I want to go through and grab all these MSs. We need the guns very, very badly. We need the ammo super badly, too, because our shotguns are about to run out of useful shells. Luckily, we've cleared out a lot of the difficult places, but we need to start stockpiling again and making sure that we're not going through ammo anymore. There's a doctor down. See if we can get rid of the crawler real fast. 64 points of damage, and she still ain't down. There we go. There's another crawling looter is out. That'll leave Troy with the lovely job to sit there and miss a body that's not even moving. How do you even do that, man? How did you accomplish that in the first place? I'm just impressed that you couldn't hit something that wasn't moving. It's just, it's pretty beastly as far as just like screwing up goes. Either way, another one bites the dust. We'll send Tweedletime over here to deal with this one. And now we'll start working on these fellows because we don't know how many directions the Zeds are going to be coming from. In just a moment, we'll do our best to loot out all the guns and get all the ammo before we leave because we've had a problem now where the bodies are despawning after you've been there. So I don't know if that's a new addition with the patch as well to keep people from looting over time or if there's like a chance that they despawn or how that mechanic works. But it's a new mechanic that we have to work with, so, you know. Alright, so enemies down. Let's get up in here. We got a couple more enemies to deal with. Rogue Sergeant is KO'd. I would suggest that we kill them. Hey, kill better. I demand that you kill better, sir. There we go. Your killiness has increased to the next level. Have all these bled out over here? Most of them have. Okay. Let's take a look and see what they've got. We got a couple of pipe shotguns and machetes and some other stuff. I figure take the guns, take the parts, take anything else that looks good. Shotgun shells, absolutely, because we do need them. Pistols, 38s, whatever we can carry along, I'm fine with. We'll unload all of these and destroy them later on. A little bit of gas and a little bit of chips right there. Let's get the good shit, shall we? We got 5 shells right there. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything out of the combat shotty, so not much I can do about that. We've got dog tags, which I've heard are useful later on, so we'll bring those. Everything else, though, is sort of supplementary. With the dead physicians, we got a band-aid over here. That makes a lot of sense. We've got some potted meat, and we've got some random stuff over there. SMG looter, we'll grab that for the 30 rounds. You never know when you're going to end up using nothing but 9mm. We all might end up using MP5s for a little bit, silencing them out, and just sort of running map to map in case. We ran out of room on Victor now. This is what I really want right here. So if we can grab a couple of the MSs and then leave everything else, I'll be happy. Okay, so he's looted out. No, I was trying to click to move, thank you. Too many dead bodies all over the place. Can't even move anymore. We've got a little bit of wine, a little bit of parts. Actually, I might leave the parts behind because I don't think we need them. I could also pick up all this stuff and I could stash it like on the next map over. Yeah, the Glock was doing a lot of damage. I don't know if it caught a buff or what over the last patch, but the Glock was actually doing serious damage. I was doing a little bit of damage, more than I'm accustomed to anyways. Grab that right there. The dog tags, obviously. We'll take the cigar. There it is. Don't need the marksman's gloves. Don't really need the gas mask. We'll take that and the cigarettes. He was smoking inside of a gas mask. All right. Well, apparently his tobacco smoker level is on a whole new playing field. Grab that right there. That leaves us... Oh, he's got hard knuckles. Yeah, I'll take the hard knuckles. We're always low on hard knuckles. And so we've got a couple of guns right there that we could bring along and some baked beans. That leaves us with Troy, who now should probably grab some of this stuff. That's going to leave us with a new Zeddy friend. I'm just going to bypass my turn and let it come to me. Seems like the wiser idea right here. Couple of pats on the back, and then this should be over very shortly. Alright. And so I think we are, for the most part, filled up right now on all the random stuff that's been around. I know I have a couple people that are under-equipped that are using, like, chainmail or something. It might be worth it to bring, like, a plastic arm guard or something, like a tactical arm guard. I don't know. How does that do? It's an arm guard, not an armed guard. I've never brought an armed guard with me unless you count my entire entourage of head breakers here that we have with us. However, grab as many things as I can from this location before we leave. Not the rat, and not that. That definitely won't do it. Did I leave a shotgun laying on the ground over here or anything? Okay. We just need ammo. That's all that I care about at the moment. We need lots and lots of ammo. And then I'm going to try and bring gas back with us too so that we can keep the Jenny up and running in case this all despawns on us again. Looks like we got ammo crates over here. How much ammo? Not very much. I was hoping there'd be a little bit better of a haul. Bunch of stuff right there, and then let's head back to base. I think we'll go back where we came from, and then we can hit this location again, I guess, later. I don't know. I'm trying to bypass days, though, so maybe we'll just grab whatever it is that we can find and be the hell on out of here. Was there an exit this way? There was. So let us head to the exit. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcast for the next episode of Dead State. I look forward to seeing you all in future episodes. Take care out there, everybody, and as always, hi-do.